This is for you if you've been manifesting what you don't want and you feel like since you've been doing this manifestation thing, you've been manifesting the bad stuff. I appreciate you subscribing right down at the bottom so that you can get a breakthrough in every video that I put out, because you are. Become aware that you are having a breakthrough in every one. I absolutely love this topic because once you know this, what I'm about to tell you, you'll know manifestation more than 90% of people who have been learning about it. Are you ready? You may have to get some popcorn and take a few notes for this one. So manifesting is a cycle. It's not something you just do in the morning, like some affirmations, and you forget about it. You're manifesting all the time. It never stops. And the cycle to consciously manifest is this. Once you have your intention and you decide what you're manifesting, you're going to become in the vibrational frequency of the manifestation. Then you're going to practice staying in the vibrational frequency of the manifestation. And then what you're going to do is you let go. So you let go and you stay in the vibrational frequency. And another part, this is the part that nobody talks about, that's part of the cycle. It is things that you don't want will show up a lot of times. And it seems like this is the opposite of what I'm manifesting. Has that happened to you? Where you're like, I'm manifesting money, but I got extra expenses. That is there for a reason. It's not bad. The universe is just reflecting to you limiting beliefs that you have going on. So this is actually a part of your manifestation, because while you're being in the vibrational frequency of abundance and money and wealth and all of that good stuff, part of this stuff that happens is an obstacle will come up. Something that you don't want will come up. That is the energy that is needed for your manifestation. That is needed for you to shift into the reality where you have the manifestation. And that's the quickest way that you'll receive the manifestation, is if you transmute that energy. And by transmuting that energy, it's shifting that limiting belief. It's kind of like when I moved out of my mom's place and I went to go live with my sister, and I was sleeping on her floor. So it was more uncomfortable than when I was living with my mom and I had my own room and all of that stuff. So I moved in with my sister, slept on the floor, was in uncomfortable conditions. And everything I was going through there, I was going through anxiety, I was going through stress, like, oh my gosh, I gotta move out, it was so much. And the thing is that everything that I was going through was needed for me to have my manifestation of living on my own. You know, me sleeping on the floor there was the fastest way for me to receive my manifestation, because if I would have stayed at my mom's and had my own bed and had this cushiony life, then it wouldn't have been the fastest route. So that was the fastest route for me at that time and moment. You get what I'm saying? So manifestation, it's a cycle. The bad stuff, I'm going to keep doing these quotations because it's not actually bad. The bad stuff and stuff that you don't want, that is there. When you start to understand that that is there for your benefit, then you'll see that manifestation is easy. It's effortless. It's all part of the flow. You are the only thing that is standing in the way. Your resistance, your limiting beliefs. So let's take a look at those. Have you taken courses for manifestation or read books on manifestation? And you've probably heard them say things about limiting beliefs. But do you really understand the limiting beliefs? I know for myself, I was reading and learning manifestation for years. And I mean years and years. And it wasn't up until I think 2 or 3 years ago that I started to understand the limiting beliefs part. And I understand it now more than I've ever understood it. This is so important. If you're not seeing your manifestation and you feel like nothing is happening, or you feel like bad stuff is happening, or you're getting the opposite of your manifestation, look at this part. This is the juice. This is the tea. This is everything. Start to be aware of your limiting beliefs, because that is the only thing that is putting those blinders on your perception of what you actually are manifesting. Where it's in front of you, you have the steps in front of you, like it's all laid out for you. You just take those blinders off, take those shift those limiting beliefs, and you'll realize it. I'm going to tell you where you can start seeing your limiting beliefs show up, how it shows up in your physical reality. The way you can tell you have a limiting belief, and it might be going under the radar, is that it shows up in your actions. Do you have a habit that you do? If you have a habit, that correlates with a limiting belief. Are you being inconsistent with doing your business? That is a limiting belief that is influencing your actions, influencing your reality. Do you procrastinate a lot? That is tied to a limiting belief. Do you avoid getting on camera for your business? That is a limiting belief. This is how it shows up in your emotions. Let's say you're talking to your sister and then she says, oh my gosh, our cousin Carrie, she just made $10,000 in her business this month. And you have a business, but you don't have any sales yet. And so you start to feel upset. You're not showing it on the phone, but you're just like, oh, okay, that's good. Meanwhile, you're feeling upset, you're feeling jealous, you're having an emotion. That right there means you have a strong limiting belief, and it is there, it's coming to a head because it's ready for you to shift it. That is the fastest way to your manifestation, when you shift the limiting belief that comes up. So you can trace your actions and your emotions back to a limiting belief. And this is the exact process I show my clients so they get out of that loop cycle of constantly experiencing the same thing over and over again, constantly feeling stress and anxiety every single day. Different scenario, same emotion playing out every day. Same action, not taking action, being inconsistent, procrastinating to the yin yang. There's something more that you can do to get off this cycle. You don't have to stay on it. It's all just tied to a limiting belief. So when you have the tools in your toolkit, you can just whip that baby out and shift that limiting belief within 5 minutes. It doesn't have to linger for months or years, which is what happens for most people. They stay in this constant state of anger and anxiety and being unaware of what it's tied to. But you, now that you've seen this video, you can break the cycle, get off of that wheel, get out of that loop cycle in your life. It doesn't have to be on repeat. You can book your free breakthrough call right down below, and I can tell you within 10 minutes where your blocks are that's delaying your manifestation and how they're showing up in your life, because this gets to be easy. You get to be on the fast path to your manifestation, the fast track. When you're with me, you're on the fast track. That's all there is. And you're getting what you deserve. You get to live the life that you're worthy of. I appreciate that you subscribed down at the bottom and got your breakthrough for today. So I'm curious, what breakthrough did you get?